I want to know, why was he shot in his back 7 times?
If you could talk to Alante right now, what would you tell him?
I'm sorry that this happened to you. I'm sorry that I couldn't have been there I brought him here. I was the first one to hold him. I couldn't be the one to be there when he closed his eyes and he took his last breath. I need my son. I miss my son.
On February 28, 2023, Alante Scott was shot 7 times in the back by U.S. Marshals. Now, this is something that actually is pretty close to home because it happened in Washington, D.C. And it also happened to the son of one of my patients. This was a young lady that I treated several months ago. So the incident occurred in February, so I believe I treated her maybe January, December. I don't know. I have to look at the records. You know, as a father of 3 teenage boys, 3 teenage African-American boys and 1 daughter, I can't fathom, honestly, I can't even imagine the pain and the hurt that this woman must be going through. And, you know, this is not your typical chiropractic video. The purpose of the video is to share with you guys her story. She wants the truth. She wants justice. She wants the body cam footage to be released. You know, I wasn't there. I don't know the details of the situation. I don't know what occurred. However, to shoot someone 7 times in the back defies logic, at least to me. Doesn't make sense. And the stories or the statements from law enforcement, they do not make sense either. So she's looking for justice. She's looking for the truth. I attended the protest to support her as a person, as a parent, as a human being. And I will share the footage with you. I asked you guys to please share it so that people are aware of this case. And hopefully she can get the justice that she deserves.
I'm so sorry to have to meet under these circumstances. And I'm terribly sorry for your loss.
I appreciate it.
It's Kelly.
I'm the mother.
Oh, I'm so sorry. With DC News now.
April, from every local and federal law enforcement, that person was running and that person got shot in the back. Even if they're sleeping, they are shooting them in the back. How can everybody be getting killed the same way by police and nobody's asking questions? No one's asking, how are they tying guns to people that they kill when DC's ballistic lab still doesn't have accreditation? When the AG has said all of those cases have to be reviewed, how are you saying that all of these people had guns and we never have to see if it was true? Are these throwaway guns? No one's asking these questions. I don't know the answers, but that's because nobody's making the people who are in charge ask the questions. And so Alante's family, Alante's community, and everybody, whether you knew him or not, needs to be in the streets like we do for people all over the country when someone in DC is killed, every single time. Because every time someone is shot, it's part of a bigger murderous story about black folks in this community, especially in black communities in DC that are being squished every way, from gentrification to policing kids in and out of school, And so we want people to just ask questions. We want the media to ask questions. We want people in the community. Don't let them say the word gun and then everybody goes on with their day.
Could you run me through what the message is to DC leaders today? I think there were maybe 3 or 4 specific bullet points.
Basically, we want crime victims to speak out as well, their support and their reaction to it, because as we know in DC, when someone is killed by MPD or the U.S. Marshals, they're automatically, disqualified from being a victim and being supported with assistance for the family. As we know, he had a child, his child, and everyone else as far as the family. Did they receive any assistance for funeral and burial? No. He was a victim. We want that message out as well. We want DC to look at these cases and also provide the support, because they're the murderers.
The U.S. Marshal at the time U.S. Marshal at the time, he said that they were in the process of serving a warrant. At the press conference, members of the press asked what the warrant being served was. He didn't say. Do you know what it was?
Yeah.
Do you know what the situation was behind that?
So that's the question, right? Like, you can go online and see what it was that they said was his warrant, right? If it was tampering with something, he never got that day in court, number one. And number two, why would they say that there were more than one if there is only one, right? Like these one, and you can see. And if you go into the court record, the other thing that you'll see is that the judge didn't want to issue that warrant up front. What he did was hold it in abeyance. And what he said was, Alante has followed all of his probation requirements and has not deviated at all, so I want to hold it, right, until the end of that court date. Well, he was able to be in touch with everybody. Why wasn't that just as important? He was able to, everybody could reach him, right? But why would you say it's not important for us to discuss the warrants? Yes, yet this is why you hunted him down. You hunted him down because you said you needed to capture him.
Everyone loves him. There's not too much bad stuff that you can say about him. He's loving, he's caring, he's understanding, he's unapologetically him. And he's a great son. He's a great nephew, a great father. That's my sweet boy. Excuse me.
Zach, by the way, I don't want to forget.
Alante was a great son. He was funny, loving, caring. He always had a big smile. He always, if you needed him, he was always there for you. He's a ball of energy. He's a ball of creativity. His smile, let alone when he come in the room, brightens up the room. Anyone that know him loved him. He cared. He was unapologetically the greatest son, the greatest person. We all have our ups and downs. We all go through things. But that's my sweet boy.
Can I ask, what are you hoping to get from police? I know you have some kind of specific demands of DC police and of the U.S. Marshals at this point.
I want justice to be served for my son. I want to know, why was he shot in his back 7 times? Why was all of this even put in such a magnitude? Why is it that his probation officer called him 30 minutes? He was on his way to see his probation officer. Why was the U.S. Marshal sitting out preying on him for hours before his probation officer called him? There was no need for the U.S. Marshal to be hunting him down there. His probation officer knew where he was. He was wearing an ankle monitor. There was no reason for them to send and do what it is that they did to him. I want everyone that's involved with the murder of my son to be accountability for it. I can't sleep. My family can't sleep. It's no fair that my son was ripped from me and his family and his kids for no reason that the U.S. Marshal did not conduct any protocol like they were supposed to. They did not render aid to my son. They shot and killed my son and then tossed him around like a rag doll. They didn't do anything of protocol or what they were supposed to do. They did not announce themselves as being police officers or being U.S. Marshals and just preyed on him and killed him. He was running because he did not know who they were. If you're supposed to be a law enforcement department, when you come on the scene or when you're coming for a suspect, you are supposed to announce who you are. None of that was said. No U.S. Marshals, no police. So how is a person supposed to know that you're trying to come and apprehend them if you're just jumping out a car and they don't know who you are and you're chasing them?
And I understand you're also hoping to get body camera footage, right, from the DC police?
I want body cam. The two officers that shot and killed my son was not wearing a body cam. And in this day and age, every department is supposed to be wearing a body cam. How is it these two officers did not have a body cam, but the other officers did? To me, it feels like they came there with the notion to kill.
What do you want to see happen next?
I want them to be brought to justice. I want justice to be served for my son. Just like my son is not here, they need to be accountable and they need to be taken off of the force. You're supposed to be here to protect us. You're killing us. You're killing people's sons. You're killing people's kids. You're not conducting any protocol of what you went to the academy for. None of those things were done properly. My son is a product of Tennessee versus Ghana in Washington, D.C. right now.
If you could talk to Alante right now, what would you tell him?
I'm sorry that this happened to you. I'm sorry that I couldn't have been there I brought him here. I was the first one to hold him. I couldn't be the one to be there when he closed his eyes and he took his last breath. I need my son. I miss my son.
You love him.
I'm sorry.
Loving him is an understatement. On February 28, 2023, when my son died, a part of me died with my son. And it's hard to get up every morning knowing that I won't see his smile. I won't hear his voice. I won't get a hug. And it's really hot.
Oh, that's fine. What's your name? Taijohe. Last name Scott.
Hi, Mama. And how are you related?
That's my brother. My younger brother.
Get ready to go! It's time to make some noise for Alante! Let's go! Justice for Alante! Let's go! Justice! Let's get in your cars! Who got my phone?
Me.
Oh. Got Megan Thee Stallion knees. Oh my Lord. Ain't got no Megan knees. More like Martha knees. down the road. On February 28th. They won't show no footage of that. We out here, we not scared. And we not going nowhere. You gotta stand up. You gotta stand up. Nothing bullshit. You gotta stand up.
Thank you.